morning, this is Jenny with Norna's Scraps. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a way to lay out a type of pocket page image for your iScrapbook. There's lots of these beautiful pocket pages on the market. I adore Becky Higgins. I wish I were a traditional scrapbooker, but I'm not. But this is how I can kind of get the look in the software that I absolutely love. The first thing I'm going to do, after I zoom out so you can see my whole page, is I'm going to set up my grid. Click on the grid in the toolbar, and I'm going to show the grid above the artwork, above. And I'm going to select the grid again and my grid settings. I'm kind of visual and I like to be able to see, which is getting more and more difficult the older I get. So I've set my grid spacing at 0.25 inches with a guideline every 4. It's roughly equivalent to 1/4 of an inch. I don't necessarily have to have print grid on because I don't want my grid on my finished scrapbook page. I'm going to select OK. And I can actually see the spaces. The reason I've done this in Project Life and the pocket protectors I've purchased, the various types, there's always a space between the pocket because out of necessity to create the pocket from the clear material. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start creating my own little pockets. So I'm going to select my square and I'm going to drag it in and drop it. I've been playing so it came in as the last size I selected, but if yours comes in as a square and you don't necessarily want a square photo, I go to the little menu at the bottom, the down arrow, click on it, select dimensions, and at the very bottom I type in my width, and these photos that I'm using today are 4 by 5 inches high. I'm going to constrain my proportions for now just in case I decide I want to add some smaller photos. Click off. I'm going to go to Format, Define as Placeholder, and I get a drop-down menu. Sorry, I realize I'm not recording that part of my screen, but it would be in the iScrapbook menu and it would say Format. I'm going to use the default for photo, and I'm going to say OK. One of the things I've noticed with iScrapbook 5, and I'm not real thrilled about it, is the fact that all of my placeholders maintain an outline. And I'm going to zoom in just so you can hopefully see that outline. You can see the black right there. I don't necessarily want that black line around all my photos. So I'm going to take and I'm going to go into Color, under Stroke. See the line that's selected? I'm going to select None. And my outline goes away. Now, if I copy and paste this photo placeholder, I won't have an outline to deal with unless I want to put it in there later. Now I'm going to just simply start arranging my photos. With this particular placeholder selected, I'm going to go to either Edit, Copy, or on a Mac, Command-C, on a PC, Control-C. That's to copy. Edit, Copy, Command-C, or on a PC, Control-C. To paste it, it's Edit, Paste, or Command-V, or on a PC, Control-V. And then I'm going to start placing my photos. The reason I like my grid spaced as it is because I leave one set of squares, 1/4 of an inch, between my pictures. You see, you can tell I've done that at the top margin, at the side margin, and now between. Now I'm just going to start pasting my pictures and arranging them as I want them. On this page, let's go this way. We're going to break the rule of 1/4 between, and we're going to come to the bottom on this. Okay, now I've got my pictures in my gridded area. But I've got a lot of blank space. Well, I could leave that and for a background image, or I could put in different shapes, or I could do just a whole lot. It's pretty wide open and flexible. But because this would be normally a pocket page, I'm going to create an area for pockets. Since I've already copied my image, I'm just going to paste one more, but I'm going to change it. I'm going to bring it over here, slow. So I have my constrained proportions on. Go in, select my dimensions, and I'm going to toggle off constrained proportions. And now I'm going to size it to fit the grids at that different width. Now I could leave that as a photo, or I can change it to be a placeholder for paper or anything I choose to put there. I'm going to go to Format on the toolbar, Edit Placeholder Settings, and this time I'm going to select Paper. It defaults to black, no image in it, so I'm going to select OK, and there's a paper holder. I'm going to copy that now, and I'm going to bring it down here. I don't have to use the same type of paper, but for practicality's sake, I'm going to leave it like that. Now I'm going to paste one more of my paper, but this time I'm going to bring it to the center. Probably easier to size it off the other black. And I'm going to size it to fit right there. And I'm going to bring it to that edge of the photo, and bring it to that edge of the photo, and bring it to this. Now that's just one way I could add embellishments, I could add little bits of ribbon, I could add whatever I want to. If I could also change this to a pocket that goes the width of the page. Perfect spot for journaling, really. And I can be a little more precise. And there you have it. There you have a pocket page that's ready to go whenever you're ready to use it. I hope you've enjoyed today's little tutorial on creating images or layouts for gridded layouts. Sorry about that. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.